In a modern society where anxiety runs rampant, what truly breaks people down is often not the situation itself, but our vague imagination of it. We frequently fall into a state of not knowing what to do. This isn't because we lack resources or capability, but because we lack a clear understanding of our goals, the process, and the outcome. Haruki Murakami once said, "When you don't know which direction to go, the most effective thing is to take the first step." The problem is, we tend to wait until everything is crystal clear before taking action, unaware that clarity never comes from waiting, it is pieced together bit by bit through action. The essence of anxiety is cognitive vagueness. Humans are naturally averse to uncertainty, an instinct that stems from an evolutionary survival mechanism. When ancient humans stood on the edge of a cliff, unable to see whether the path ahead was safe or perilous, anxiety served as their first line of defense against danger. Today, that mechanism still exists but in a different form. Uncertainty about the future, unclear goals, and unknown paths all trigger intense psychological discomfort, which then transforms into anxiety. Anxiety is not just an emotion, it is a signal. A sign that your understanding of the situation is too vague. Like Florence Chadwick, the swimmer who tried to cross the English Channel, she didn't give up because of physical exhaustion, but because a thick fog obscured her vision and she lost her sense of the finish line. Ironically, the shore was right in front of her, she just couldn't see it. Most of us are no different. It's not that we can't succeed, but that our vague imagination traps our steps. Vagueness is the breeding ground for procrastination and avoidance. When we don't have a clear definition of a task, our brain instinctively avoids it. Processing vague information demands high cognitive resources. And since our brains are wired for efficiency, they default to choosing familiar pain over unfamiliar change. So we'd rather spend day after day feeling anxious than spend an hour clarifying our thoughts. We'd rather stay stuck than take the first step and risk failure. It's like standing at a crossroads and refusing to ask for directions, out of fear of asking the wrong question. But direction is never found by asking alone. It is found by walking. As Haruki Murakami wrote in What I Talk About When I Talk About Running, life is like running. It's not about how fast you go, but about always moving forward. Specificity is the antidote to anxiety. The most effective way to combat anxiety is to make things specific. Clear goals, structured plans, and concrete actions. These are the three powerful remedies for anxiety. Step 1. Make the goal specific. Many people feel anxious because their goals are too vague. Statements like, "I want to be better," "I want to succeed," "I want freedom," sound inspiring, but they're not actionable. A real goal must be clear and measurable. For example, "I want to write 500 words a day for the next 3 months to complete a writing collection." Only when you translate, "I want to succeed," into, "This is what I need to do every day," do you truly hold the key to your goal. Step 2. Structure the process. A vague process is like a journey without a map. You don't know how long it'll take or where the destination is. That's why you need to break the process down into clear steps. If your goal is to write a book, start with the outline. Once the outline is ready, draft the chapters, then edit them, and finally submit the manuscript. Just like how Elon Musk builds rockets, he didn't start by aiming to reach Mars. He first solved the engines, the fuel systems, the basic components, one by one. Break big problems into small problems, and tackle them one at a time. That's the most effective strategy for action. Step 3. Minimize the first action. Many people don't act, not because they don't want to, but because perfectionism paralyzes them. They keep waiting to be ready, not realizing that you'll never be 100% ready. The best way is just start, even with 10%. In writing, you don't need to produce a perfect article on day 1. If you write just 100 words a day for 30 days, you'll have 3,000 words. As Murakami said, "I don't write novels because I'm inspired. I write because I sit at my desk." Action is the best antidote to anxiety. Even the smallest step can break the cycle. Vagueness breeds anxiety. Specificity sets you free. Life is never a perfectly planned journey. It's a series of trial and error adjustments amidst uncertainty. Vagueness creates anxiety because it brings the unknown. Specificity brings freedom because it gives you control. When your goals, process, and actions are all specific, you'll find anxiety slowly fades away. Why? Because you know where you're going, what you're doing, and what comes next. That's real security. So if you're feeling anxious, remember this: vagueness is the root of anxiety. Specificity is the beginning of freedom. Starting today, stop overthinking. Stop procrastinating. Stop waiting. Take one small, specific step. Let action guide you out of the fog and into clarity.